Hey guys, Knight here. Today we got a video on Lies of P, which just came out yesterday officially. It's been out for 4 days now in early access. I just started playing it the other day, and I have about 5 hours on the game, and that includes the demo section as well. I played the demo back in June, but that was on PlayStation. Now I play it on PC from Game Pass, which is another reason why I actually wanted to make this video. And so I'm just going to talk about my thoughts about the game, how I feel about it about 5 hours in, and if you should play it or not. I've played all of the Souls games. So I played Souls 1, 2, 3. I played Elden Ring. I played Bloodborne. I played Sekiro. I played Nioh, which is kind of the same, not really in the Soulsborne. It's Souls-like, but I think I have an okay idea of what constitutes them as Souls-like and what makes them good or what makes them bad. And so I think the first thing that Lies of P gets well, or pretty damn good, is the atmosphere. So the game is like in the city named Krat. That's where it starts at. And it's overrun by puppets. You know, people had these puppets and they went crazy after something happened. I'm not really going to lore because, like, that's not my area of expertise. But it's really fun. You start in this city. The demo covers the whole city portion. And it feels just like Bloodborne or just like a Souls-like game. It has the, more linear kind of, starting area. There's some paths here and there. You can fight, a little extra mini-boss, a little, stronger enemy on the side. You have some, extra weapons you can get. You have some chests. There's some NPCs around that you can talk to, and you can get, a quest that you can find items later on to then bring back to them and get, rewards like a weapon or a souls or ergo or souls in this game. And it all follows the whole same formula of like a Souls game does. The game has, a Legion arm, which is, a special ability on your left hand. Like, there's a grapple and there's a stun. They have your basic weapons, which the weapons actually can detach from a blade and handle, and you can mix and match. So if you want to go with a greatsword, but with speedy handles, so you can kind of be quicker with it with one hand, you can do that. You can kind of do a lot of stuff with it, which is really cool. I haven't really experimented with it much because I am 5 hours into the game, but I've already found about 5 or 6 weapons, and it's pretty cool. They get that down well. They get the combat down well. They get the movement down pretty well. I don't know how it feels to play super heavy or super light. I'm kind of in the middle ground for my weight as a character, so I'm kind of doing the normal roll speed and whatnot, which it could be really slow, it could be really fast. I don't know how it's going to go per thing, but so far the movement feels very polished. It feels just like you're playing a FromSoft game, which is very good because that's kind of what you want when you're making a Souls-like game, because that's, that's the pattern. That's what you want to do. And so beside from all those other things, the level design as well is pretty good. If you move on to the next area after the demo, it kind of opens up a bit more, and you're like, oh, let me go back here. Oh, shoot, that's a shortcut. Or, oh, shoot, that's a new checkpoint. Or, oh, there's an enemy. Or, oh, wow, I just fell through this hole. I'm fighting this little mini-boss. The door opens, and it leads me back to where the one checkpoint was. So it all, relatively is connected in a very circular way that you're like, oh, I'm back here now, right? I didn't really get lost. Everything is pretty distinct. There's not any massive open areas, so if you weren't a big fan of Elden Ring, it kind of goes back to the whole Bloodborne, Dark Souls-esque way where it's like, oh, here's a city or a space, and it's generally pointing you in the right direction with some side areas. And I think they do that also perfectly in the opening hours and the 5 hours that I played. It's all very well designed and formatted in the sense of being intrigued consistently. Granted, will that last throughout the whole game? I don't know. I've heard that there's some slow points, but that's in every game, so we'll have to see. But it's great, man. I really highly recommend someone to play it if you've played Dark Souls or Elden Ring or Bloodborne or any of the games, and you've liked any one of those. Sekiro, if you liked that one, I would check out Lies of P. It's all in the same vein, Souls-like subgenre. The setting is really cool. I know that the story can kind of change depending on some answers you go, because you are Pinocchio, so you can lie and pick the truth, and that depends how things, go later on. I don't know how it affects it initially, but that's kind of, once again, what Dark Souls does, what Elden Ring does, right? It's all the same. And the game just looks great. Along with it, playing great, feeling great, it all looks great. It's really, surprising. When I played Nioh, you can tell it's not a FromSoft game, right? Even though Nioh's kind of a whole different thing, it's still in the subgenre, I guess. But Lies of P, you could put From Software's name on it, and I would totally believe that they made it, because it stands up to the level of, I think, their polish, their gameplay, their atmosphere, their level design so far. But it's great. check it out. The game is $60, I think, everywhere. So go for it. You can buy it. I would probably buy it in the first 5 hours of playing. I think it's already worth the $60 if it's going to continue for another 25, 30 hours, which it should. So that's really good. If you have a PC or Xbox, get Game Pass, try it out. Because if you don't like it on Game Pass, you can always refund your Game Pass and you can get your money back. So you have literally every option. If you don't own any of the consoles and just have a Switch, then that's not my fault. But check the game out. I highly recommend it. I'm not sponsored. I wish I was, though, because this shit's really good. But have a great rest of your day, guys, and I will see y'all in another video or another stream where I play Lies of P. But adios.